Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. Except it's not, because this is actually contouring with Corsos. Ouch. I'm gonna get that down, I promise. So, I'm doing a makeup look today. I have already done my eyebrows and I've already primed my eyelids with my foundation, which is what I do, and then a bit of translucent powder. So the makeup look that I'm going to be doing today is from Pinterest. That's where I get most of my looks. I'll provide a link at the bottom. And this is the look. Ding, ding. Okay, so it's a really pretty look in my opinion. You know, for those of us, somebody's calling me. So for, I should put do not disturb. How about that? How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. Just joking. Okay, so for those of us that are daring like me, you can, Cashmere, no ma'am. Psst, quiet down. You can do this as a daytime look if you're like me, or if you're super extra. Cashmere, no ma'am. Quiet down, get out of my window. Woman. Cashmere, let me hear you get out of it now, come here. Get over here, you bad dog. Okay, so anyway, so, or if you just do it at nighttime. It's actually nighttime for me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use the Morphe James Charles palette because that's what the majority of or all the colors that I found that I need are on. And then, so, I'm trying to think of what else, what pertinent information you need. What I'll do is we'll see what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Okay, all right, so anyway, so we're gonna start off, can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah, won't fold back all the way. So we're gonna start off with this color here. I threw away the little plastic thing, so, oops. All right, so we're gonna just go in, and all we're doing is just adding a little bit of you know, just some depth to the eye, to the crease, to just kind of give us just a touch of something to kind of work with, like as like a transition shade. So this is kind of a dark, not really dark, it's kind of like a cranberry-ish tone. So I'm actually gonna do, next I'm gonna go into, if my cats were in here, they would have run up meow when I make that sound. Okay, so then we're gonna go into this color right here. And I'm gonna start to create some color. We're just gonna start getting in there. And I'm just using a tapered blending brush, like so. It's nothing special. It's actually just a very cheap, like Morphe brush. And that's because I'm cheap, not because I'm sponsored. Although I will say that, I know that whenever I was first starting to get into makeup, like, what's that Stephanie Nicole chick? And she had this like really, like negative review of Morphe. And I don't really get it, to be honest with you. Like when I was first getting started, I was like, well, Morphe's a really good deal. And like, it didn't seem that expensive. And I get that there was like other palettes that were like cheaper, but I did like their layout better. Now I will say that I have a lot better palettes now. But I still don't mind, especially these artistry palettes, like the artistry one, and then the, this one, the James Charles one. And then I even like the Jeffree Star one. And then I like the coffee one. I have a lot of Morphe palettes, actually. But nonetheless, there are better palettes out there. I'm not going to say they're the best, but they're not as horrible as I think some people make them out to be. So yeah. Okay, so we put down some color there. Now we just gotta go in, y'all. We just gotta do it. With this next color on the lid, I'm gonna do this one right here, right there. And I'm actually gonna use my finger for that one because that's how usually these ones do. And we're gonna give it a good swipe. Lift your eyelids if you're like me and you have wrinkles. And I don't do my base and all that, so I can get it in other places and it's really not a big deal. Okay. So unprofessional with my phone ringing. Like, oh my gosh, Rachel. Okay. So I feel like hers is like more glittery, but then again, you can never really trust these pictures because they're all like edited and enhanced. You know, that's exactly how I feel about the, it's exactly how I feel about those Pat McGrath palettes. Like I can't trust them because they're like so edited that it's like how real is that? You know, does it really look like that? Is it really that shiny? I don't know. I do know that for me, they're just too expensive. And I have like some expensive palettes, but for me, you get more color in the other ones. Like I have some Natasha Denona palettes and I just feel like that's worth it because you get way more colors than you get on the Pat McGrath. I could be wrong, whatever. I haven't tried any of them. So, actually that's not true. I feel like I have tried, I think I tried Mothership, the one with the maroon, and I didn't actually like it very much. Okay. So, let's see what it looks like on our outer ends, outer corners. We actually need to go back into this like pinky shade here, right here. We need to go back into that because this is a pretty blown out look and there's a lot of black and I don't want for the black to be on its own, like it's actually a blended color. So we're gonna go ahead and bring that out to about there. There is quite a bit of eyeshadow in the pan, but I really don't care. And then I'm gonna use another one, give it a good rub, just to make sure that it's not too much. Kind of fade that out a bit. I wonder if you can hear my dog snoring in the other room. I know I can, it's really loud. I think I'm actually gonna do another color. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our black. What do other YouTubers do whenever they don't like the look, by the way? Do you ever have days when you don't like your makeup look? All right, so this has eyeliner, but we're not gonna do it yet. That snoring sounds so loud to me. I think that's Velocity. She is the snoring dog. She snores the most. So this is literally all black in here, like straight up all black. And then it comes out. quite a bit. I wonder if that's her editing. It's totally possible. But you know what? We're gonna try to get it to look as much like hers as possible, whether or not that's the way she has it or not. Because honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. And we're just going to try to lightly drag that out a bit. And we'll slowly build it so that we don't do too much. All right. And if you're like me and you're older and you have to like do this so you don't have any wrinkles and any like creasing. Oh. All right, so yeah, I'd say that's okay. Maybe a little bit more. When you go in for with to do more, it's always best to start at the darkest point and then kind of come up. Not to like if you need more, you don't want to like immediately just up here, because then you have a big old black spot right there. You'll mess up your blend. And we'll just kind of bring it like so. Okay, not bad, not bad. If we need to fix it, we will. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one, the end, and I'm gonna go back into the black and really kind of deepen up. Cause hers, it's like darkness down here, like absolute darkness. So, and we're gonna leave our, go right up to the crease and then let it blend out. We'll leave that other blend. Like so. Perfect. Okay. And same thing on the other side. Gently work it into the socket. Kind of pat it in there. Make sure that we're on the same, you don't want to go too far in on the eyes, so pay attention to where you were. On the other end over here. And then maintain that, and then slowly start working it out. Like so. We're gonna go in with our blending brush. Give it a blow. And start working it up and out. God, she is like literally like sawing wood in there, I swear. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, and then we're going to make sure, check it again. I feel like this one isn't as high, so I'm gonna try to fix that. I do have two different eyes. Raise your hand if you have two different eyes. I have one that's like more hooded than the other one. I have to make them look like they match when they really don't. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is my liner, which I need to do black. I use NYX black liner. I'm gonna go and grab my mirror, which I did not grab. Okay. Alrighty, raise your hands if you have this mirror from Ulta. Okay, so another super long tutorial brought to you by Rachel. Alright, so, oop, wrong one. I need to throw that away. Do you do that? Do you like not throw away things that you said you were gonna throw away? I do it all the time. Okay, so this is really not a thick line at the base. It's kind of narrow. So, as I said before, I'm not capable of doing my eyeliner on camera. I have to be able to get up close. And, not one of those girls that can like do it like free-handed or whatever. Not me. Okay. So one of the cool things about this look is that there is so much black eyeshadow that you don't really need to be perfect about your eyeliner, which is kind of cool. I always like that. Okay, we'll do this. I know people say don't pull, but I do. This one's easier to do because it's not an annoying eye. Okay. All right, so that'll do for now. For now. And then, so we're looking pretty good. I would really like a more pronounced color on the lid, but this palette isn't as luminous as I would like. So I do have one palette that I know will be. Do I have that color though? Oh, I could have sworn I was looking at it a second ago. Let me see here. Nope. Wonder what I found it in and I put it back. Who knows? Not me. Is it this one? Nope. Oh, lordy. Little unprofessional me. Have to excuse me for not realizing that that palette wasn't going to be shiny enough. Here we go. This should work. Actually using a different Morphe palette. Is that going to be it? Possibly? Yeah, that's a very... Oh yeah, it's way better. Okay, so... Alright, so that's going to do. So what I'm doing is I've jumped into a different Morphe palette, and I'm actually jumping into this color. Actually, I'm not technically jumping into it. Could you imagine if you did technically jump into a palette? Okay, so, right. Because I've already done my liner, I'm gonna use a tiny little brush here. And we're just going to go over this. Like that. That's way better. Because you just don't want, when you're dealing with black, you don't want the color that you have fading into it to be so weak. Preacher, be quiet. Sorry, my dog is crying because he wants my other female dog. You can't have her. So he's crying about it. Okay, so Preacher, quiet down. Where is a good, what do I do? There we go. So we're just gonna give that a rub. And we're just gonna try to merge these two together a bit. Make them look like they were meant for each other. Yeah. Yeah, he was crying so much that I like had to put him in there. Okay, so now that we've fixed that, I am going to, you ever seen somebody get up so much? I swear I'm gonna get the hang of this. I'm just not there yet. All right, so I'm gonna use a makeup wipey to take off everything from underneath my eyes, because that's importante. When I was younger, I used to live on this street called Riverside, which is on the, now it's like a college area, but back in the day, when I was a youngster, it was not really the best side of town. And I worked at this convenience store, and you had to speak a little bit of Spanish because they didn't speak any English and they did not care. And so you had to learn some Spanish. All right, so that's kind of a greasy thing, but to be honest with you, I just give it a tiny wipe and then I don't have to reapply my moisturizer. All right, so, okay, good. So we did that. So now we're going to put foundation on the face. Going to foundation the face. And I do 3 squirts on my hand, like that. And then I apply it. I try to be quick about it because the foundation wants to drip off. I just put it everywhere I need it, which is everywhere. Ha ha. Y'all, I cannot get Doja's songs out of my head. I like switch from one song to the other, just have lyrics just bouncing through my head right now. Like, I have the Moo song in my head, and then I had to give her some love. I was listening to it on YouTube, and which, I mean, it gives her views, whatever, you know what I mean? She's making money off that, but I went ahead and I bought them. See, this is why. My ears. Don't forget your ears, y'all. But anyway, I went ahead and I bought it. And like, be careful when you buy it, because if you're like me, you don't pay attention. And I ended up buying the clean version. It's like, come on now. Who buys Doja Cat to have the clean version? Like, are we serious right now? Feathers. That way, whenever I'm done, what I do is I literally like clean my feathers off. Clean my feathers off. I just take a wet nap and I just put the hair between the wet nap and yeah. Okay. You can always tell if you've got too much foundation on when you use a brush and then you try to go over your nose and you're like, oh, it's, yeah, I learned that from Wayne Goss. He said he said that if you get streaks on your nose, you put too much foundation on. And I was like, what? That's what it is? Okay, thank you. So anyway, I heard he has really good brushes, and I actually like him a lot. He seems like a really honest and practical dude. I think that some people give him slack, flack, I should say, because he'll get up there and be like, okay, like, you're doing it wrong. And he had this really great video on like plastic surgery, which I really liked. I thought it was a very, like, it's not very often that you get anybody in the beauty community that really is like practical about, you know, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just do it and they want to do it and they're getting it done younger and younger. And like, I know a girl, she's like gotta be 10 years younger than me. And she was getting like Botox, you know, whatever it is that fixes the wrinkles in your forehead. And she's like, yeah, it's like preventative. And I'm like, whatever. Like, you're not preventing it. Like, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Like, whether you like it or not, I don't care how much Botox you pump into your forehead. Eventually, you're gonna get wrinkles. You may not get them in your forehead, but you're gonna get them other places. Like, you're gonna be, who is that had that comedy sketch where they were talking about like this this new age that like nobody knows, where you can't tell how old somebody is. It's like, you know, they're not young, but I think it was Bill Burr. And yeah, it was totally Bill Burr. So I'm doing my rosacea because I have the rosacea. God, I should tell you guys about how I found that out. So I never knew I had rosacea. And then I was dating this guy. I had just met him, like not just met him, but we had just gotten to know each other intimately. And he we're sitting there talking. And he's like, you know, you have rosacea, right? I was like, what? No, what's rosacea? And he's like, you know, all the red splotches on your chest. And I was like, I thought those were love spots. I've never paid attention. But yeah. So now, because I know what it is, I cover them because I'm a girl and I'm self-conscious, and clearly he noticed. That reminds me of another guy. It's shocking how even like somebody like me, and I would consider myself to be a pretty like tough person. I don't typically care too much about what people think or say about me. But I mean, I care to some degree, obviously. Nobody's like, you know, immune to it. But so when I was in high school, I used to love to do my makeup back then too. And so I had my, you know, you get your yearbook pictures. So I had my yearbook pictures out, and this guy sitting next to me, really never paid any attention to me before. He looked at my pictures and he was like, is that you? And I was like, yeah, that's me. And he was like, you should wear makeup more often. I was like, on one end it's like, well, thank you. And on the other end it's like, I'm not very pretty. But whatever. But yeah, so when people say, oh, you shouldn't wear makeup, you're like so pretty. And I'm like, whatever. Oh my God, come on. So I'm gonna have to like fix this because it's literally fell earlier. And so all the powder is on the outside instead of the inside, which means we're gonna over powder our face, which is not something you wanna do when you have wrinkles. And I have wrinkles. Can you see all the powder? It's like, no, it's just a fog machine. Okay, so hopefully we still have some of that audio, because it looks like my camera, the battery went out on my microphone. All right, so if not, I'll have to voice over, whatever. All right, so we're powdering our face. No, I don't even know what I was talking about. Okay, all right, we're good. So now we're going to, yeah, whatever. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the bottom. All right, so we're gonna go back to our original palette, which is the Gems Charles palette. And we're gonna bring out my favorite under eye brush. I swear I'm gonna get more organized. Oh, I do too many things. I just do too many things. Of course I can't find it. Of course I can't. There it is. No, there it is, yes. Okay, all right. So what I like to do is basically just do whatever I did initially. So we're gonna go into this palette here and we're gonna go under the eyes with it. And please try to ignore Preacher. He is throwing a tantrum in my bedroom, being super dramatic. Preacher, quiet down. He's just in there just crying because he can't get to the female, but it's just not his turn this time. He can't have it all. And then we're gonna go into this color here. Like I said, we're just redoing whatever we did earlier. I'm gonna try to be faster. All right. Ding 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 ding. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go in with our black. And we need, my under eyes are not like super big or whatever. So I like to go in with something kind of narrow and small. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna just tap, 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 tap. And hers comes almost all the way in. And then we're gonna come back out here, about there. And then hers is really blown out. So we're gonna go back in with this brush and we're gonna tap it in the corner here and then drag it down. And then give your under eye a little bit of a wipe. Wipe, right? About right? Yeah, it looks good. All right, so once again, go in with the narrow one first to lay down the color. And so we get it in the right spot. Oh my God, he's being so dramatic right now. So miserable. Those hormones, man. Anyway, I was watching this Doja Cat reaction video. These guys, so funny. So funny. Oh God. Okay. All right, so we want, yeah, that's good. We want a good shape, a good roundness. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, which I normally go under the eye with, and I'm gonna actually go above too, and just kind of re-darken and join these two together so that we get maximum darkness. Yep. Preacher, quiet down. He's totally taking advantage of the fact that I'm distracted. Okay. Okay, and then once again, we'll do a little swoop under the eye, swoop under the eye. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a black liner. I'm using NYX because that's what I do. This has a little bit of purple on it from the last look that I did. I did a really crazy purple look. And we're going to tightline, which is something I had to learn to do when I was younger. I used to put all my eyeliner down here. Oh my God, it was such a mess. And finally somebody taught me. They're like, no, it goes in the inside. And I was like, what? So, oh, I got a little dot on my eye. Well, I should say my contact. It's not technically my eye. It's better to look away, at least for me, when I'm doing that stuff. So I go in here and I look away. That one like that, I look down. Okay. Right, go in here, the corner, look away. Then up here. Right, and then down. I downloaded some music for my tutorials. You guys will have to tell me if you like it. Okay, all right, so now the really cool thing that I liked about this look is the inclusion of a really cute, we're gonna need a really small brush to do this, is a really cute, actually this will work perfectly. Get any colors off. All right, so this cute little brush right here, it's actually, I think, maybe an eyebrow brush or something, I don't know. And we're gonna take a really pretty little minty blue color. Preacher, quiet down. He's doing this really super annoying, repetitive cry. Let's see how far out she goes. So she does a, this blue is a little powdery. We're gonna try to work with it. We're gonna try to build it. Does that look good? Oh, I do like that a lot. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go back in. It can be tempting to go in too heavy on the brush. Don't do that, because then it's gonna end up under your eyeball. All right. Preacher, quit. Okay, and then she has a kind of, she uses a different color. Preacher, stop! So we're doing the light blue here under the eye, and then I'm gonna come in and do this color to kind of join it up to the top, because it looks like that's what she did. It's kind of a pinky tone. And we're gonna put it right here. And as much as I like these colors, they are slightly chalky. Okay. This will look better when we do our mascara. Do you guys ever like forget to do your mascara and then leave the house and you're like, I don't have my mascara on? There's nothing that bothers me more than an eye look without mascara. Like, Girl, come on. Okay, so before I do my mascara though, because another thing I don't like is whenever you can see all the flecks of powder on the mascara. Not cool. Always better to do the rest of your face first. So we're gonna bronze it up, which really for me, I'm super pale, so that ain't much. And we're just gonna take our Shade and Light palette. I have a Hoola bronzer too, but sometimes that's a bit too orangey for me, especially in the winter time, and I haven't been in the sun in a while. This is a little bit better. That's how I do it. I'm not into like the super dramatic look, you know what I mean? I just don't want my face to look like super one-dimensional, if that makes sense. I've learned over the years that you need to have a little bit of color. You can't just be white. I mean, you can, but you're gonna look gothic like I used to. I used to get that all the time. Are you gothic? Because I have like black hair and I'm super white. No, I'm not. But I was in high school. Just not anymore. All right. So then what I do is I take my contour shade. I salt into my cheekbone. And I blend up. And then I kind of come in here. I like an airbrush kind of look. I don't like the super cut look at all. At all, girl. Quiet, preacher. He's back at it again. Okay. So I'm gonna move my feathers. Okay, and if you want, you can even do just a touch on the chink 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 chink. Don't forget the sound effects. Okay, I don't do my jawbone because I end up just with an orange line there, and I always end up wiping it off because I don't like it. Now, because I am going out tonight, I'm actually gonna do a little bit darker of a contour, so sometimes I'll use this dark shade at the end, but only in the night. Go away. Telling you, man, those feathers will get you. They will get you. Preacher, I hear you. No way, you're not coming out. He's in my room because he was sitting over here by the door crying, which is like even more annoying. He's normally not such a crybaby, but like I said, hormones. Okay. Now we have some dimension to the face, and we're gonna blush. Now the way that I pick my blush is I take a mirror, I open up my blush, take my mirror, and I look at it. I don't know about that one, it's a bit dark. When I go for a really dramatic eye look, I don't like a really dark blush. I don't know. That's too pink. Actually, we are gonna go with this other one. Even though I'm not as fond of it, I think it's gonna work. And I'm too lazy to get up. And I don't want it to take too long. Actually, no, I think I have one more. This is the palette that made me realize, yeah, that I like Tarte blushes. It came with, it's so old. It came with some like holiday pack they had. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm gonna just do that. Like up a bit. Gonna blend it in, okay? Oh, don't do that, Rachel. You don't need more contour. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time talking to him. He ain't gonna listen right now. He's not even capable of listening right now. Okay. All right. So we're good with that. Now we're gonna do our mascara. And then I'm gonna stop filming, do my hair, and then show you guys the finished look with my hair done. This is one of my favorite little blushers. Back whenever I was actually using highlight. I'm just kind of over highlight now. I don't know. I just am. Yeah, I really love this mascara, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the full size for whatever reason. I don't like really the full size of any mascara other than Tarte. The Lights Camera Flashes or whatever it is, Lights Camera Lashes. But this one I like better. I just don't like the full size because the brush is too big. And I just like the trial versions better. So I always just keep rebuying it in the travel size. Okay. It's gonna be so awkward if you guys can't even hear Preacher. I'm like yelling at like a ghost. It's like, what are you talking about? We can't hear anything. I can hear him so well. I don't always do my bottom lashes, but when I'm doing a dramatic look like this, I do. A little too much on that one. Okay, so I think we're gonna just do a tiny little touch up on the brows, and then I think we're good. Remember what happened last time? I couldn't find it. Ha, not this time. Okay. Sometimes when I do the foundation, it kind of knocks away some of it. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go and do my hair real quick. I'll put on a bit of lipstick and my outfit, and then I'll be back. Alrighty. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. No, I'm not talking to you. Sorry, I'm talking to my dogs. So this is the finished look. As you can tell, I just put on like a neutral lip. You can see the eyes, hopefully you can. And then my outfit, this is my Fashion Nova sweater. It's blue, oversized. I like it a lot. Let me see if we need more light. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then I have on, which you cannot see, a pair of gray jeans and some little snow booties or whatever you want to call them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that it was a bit of a mess. Like I said, I'm gonna get better at this, but right now I'm learning. So I'm gonna be more organized. I'm gonna try to edit this footage to where it actually looks good. And yeah, there we go. So if you like this look, give me a like, subscribe. and yeah, and I'll like I said, I'll try to do more. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.